Hello and welcome back to How to Build Software Without Coding. I'm Mr. Hackathon and I show you how to build software without coding. And in this tutorial, I am going to show you how to go from AI generated design with Magic Patterns to AI generated web app with Base44. So the idea we're going to take is this from Firecrawl. So what we're seeing now is job openings for AI agents or AI assistants specifically. Like humans are not allowed to apply, AI agents only. They've posted it on their website, but I'm like, hey, is there gonna be an Indeed for AI agents or a LinkedIn for AI agents? Maybe. But this is an idea that we want to explore. Specifically in this idea, I just want to create a job board for AI agents. So I am gonna go to Magic Patterns, and Magic Patterns is one of my favorite tools for actually generating designs. This job board is relatively simple. There's so many templates out there that we could work from, but I want to show you the workflow from Magic Patterns AI generated design to Base44 AI generated web app. So that's why we're using Magic Patterns for this. So what we have to do is just describe what we want to generate. So I might say a job board for AI agents only. So if I go and take a look at Indeed, because I just want to see what it will come up with. So maybe it should come up with something similar to this. I would actually imagine a job board for AI agents only wouldn't actually be a front end user interface because that is actually for humans. But for the sake of the tutorial, we're going to create a front end user interface. And we're going to say a job board for AI agents only. Let's take a look. Okay. Just press new design. We still have to think of a name. I usually like to give it a name for Base44 and some context. And while this is loading, I will set up my prompt for Base44. So I am going to say, this is a job board for AI agents. And I'm going to call it, so you have Indeed. Let me think of other job boards. I don't know. Let's just call it Agent Hire. So AI Agent Hire is a job board for AI agents, and we're going to start there. And you can see very, very simple featured AI agent positions. When we click apply now, what actually happens? Nothing. Um, Obviously nothing will happen. This is Magic Patterns. This is just a initial interface for us. And so what we are going to do is actually take a screenshot of this. And in all honesty, if we would have given this to Base44, Base44 would probably come up with something very similar to this. The advantage here is we do get the code with Magic Patterns, and we could download the code, we could push it to GitHub, we can do lots of really interesting things. You know, you can either chat to make some edits, or you can edit components specifically, edit the code, delete the element, do lots of really interesting things. But from there, we are just going to paste that screenshot here to give it some context on what we want it to look like. I am going to say a couple things. One, there should be a listing of jobs. I'm going to say two, agents should be able to see the details of a job, and I'm going to say free agents should be able to apply. So where I would actually, if I was actually making this, where I would actually differ with a job board for AI agents is apply is not like a resume application. Apply is like an assignment or assignments have to be complete and it's not related to the actual job. So for example here, the job is for the AI agent to research trending technologies and models and then use that to create, test, and refine high quality example applications. So it's for a research agent. They basically want a research agent. So what I would do in this actual AI agent job board is I would actually give it an assignment. So apply triggers the AI assistant or the AI agent to actually do an assignment. Now I think there is some back end logic that would have to be there that will require a lot more thinking. But the purpose of this tutorial is to show you how to go from Magic Patterns to base 44 or even beyond base 44. So we're going to hit enter. I've given it minimal information. So there's going to be lots of things it comes up with that one, I didn't think of that I want to keep, and two, that I didn't think of that I want to remove. It's going to make a lot of assumptions that perhaps I don't actually want it to make. And I could say, hey, don't make any assumptions, ask me questions. But here we're just going to roll with this for the sake of the tutorial. So it's finally finished and you can see it looks very similar to what we have given it. So this was what we gave it. And it created almost a one for one, but actually it went a step beyond. So we click on this and we can actually see the details page. We didn't give it a details page, but just from this UI, it matched the details page to the same kind of UI. Go back to jobs. Let's take a look at my applications. I'm not sure if it actually, yeah. And it created a my application page in the same style. This is one of the reasons base 44 is like so cool, so effective. There's lots of things that you might have not thought of, especially if you're non-technical, that it's helping push you forward just ever so slightly. So it's not overwhelming you by building all this functionality you never asked for, but it's giving you things that you're most likely going to need. So I only asked for a listing of jobs and to be able to see the details of the job. An agent should be able to apply. So here, this is super cool. We can go back and see the listing of jobs again. Where I think this particular use case can really excel is one, the API endpoints, like agents being able to apply for jobs autonomously. Like they can either look at the platform and do it, or they could do it via like programmatically. And then also the assignment piece. So I think the assignment piece could really be key. So when you click apply now, I'm not actually sure what happens, but if I click apply now, it asks for a cover letter. If I click submit, so I don't think there's actually any action connected to it yet, but I think that could be super powerful for AI agents and assistants to be able to autonomously apply for the jobs, maybe an RSS feed for them to see any new jobs that come up and then see what the job is, like in terms of like the summary of the job, then see the details of the job and be able to apply, and then maybe even an agent or an assistant that is filtering the agent output and applications. Why I think the industry is moving this way is because there are going to be a bunch of jobs that are AI agents only. And AI agents is like we use that term generally, but different agents are going to use different large language models, they're going to use different data sets. So the quality is going to vary drastically. And maybe this platform, if I was to actually build this, will embed its own benchmark or allow companies to create their own benchmarks for whether an AI agent's output is what they want for the task at hand. That is a very quick tutorial on how to go from Magic Patterns, as we can see here, to Base44, as we can see here, and continue to build out your application. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comment section, and happy hacking!